What's the deal, ladies and gentlemen? We're back with the weekly multiplayer podcast. Oh, Maya, please, thank you. We're back with the multiplayer podcast. Next question, guys. Is my background kind of loud? Let me turn that down. I just sound mad, loud in my ears. Am I loud, you guys?
You
I
good?
can hear a little bit, but it's okay. It's manageable.
I'm saying, what do you hear? Something I can turn it down. What do you hear? No.
It's like somebody playing with a toy or something.
Yeah, exactly. Maya, go a little further, please. This is she got these damn building blocks. You're absolutely right. You's a nosy motherfucker, bro. You know exactly what it was, bro.
Yeah, that's the hey man. Hey
You got them
shit.
premium headsets.
Yeah, super duper nosy
Got that
motherfucker.
NASA level
Yep.
headset.
Yeah,
All up in your business.
yeah. All right, hold on. All right. So anyway, we're back with the weekly multiplayer podcast. I got to send me the few characters from last week. B Shadow's not here today. He's still at Burger King. You know what I mean? He had to pull a double at Burger King. He didn't get in yet. I don't know what's up with. I haven't spoken to him in 2 weeks. But today we have Cycle Gamer, my man K Maker 405 from Oakland. I'm sorry, from Oklahoma. He out there with the Bigfoot and the dog, man. My man Porter Rock. Did he get dethroned last week in the Pony versus Xbox? I don't know. You got to check out the debate, man. T Sweaty Ball Reapers and myself, the Next Gen 720. So we're gonna hop right into this today. We getting a little late and getting started here. Man, ask you guys a question. I'll start with you, Cycle Gamer. I haven't spoken to you in a while. Of course, right now Microsoft. It's not even my opinion. That's fact. Microsoft is on fire right now with the Xbox One S, and I will say it far I say outperformed exceeded my expectations for the console. I didn't think it was going to do that well. Sold out at several retailers. Sold out in the UK. You know what I mean, so right now they're riding high, and like I said the other day, it kind of surprised me. And I don't know if it's because of the 4K Blu-ray player or a slight edge in performance. Maybe it's just the sleek design. I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that you get the upscale or you're getting the 4K. I don't know. But first of all, do you have did you pick up the Xbox One S or are you gonna wait for the
No,
Scorpio
I
next
think
year?
I'm gonna wait till a Scorpio. At the end of the day, I don't have a 4K television, and at the end of the day, once you plug it up and everything, once you got everything going, you're gonna be playing the same game. So it's not really a benefit for me right now at the moment. If something was to
Okay.
happen to my Xbox One, then I'll pick it up. But I do not have one at the moment. No.
Okay, all right. But anyway, I guess that is it is like you don't have a 4K television, which is that is a good point. But overall, the console does perform slightly better than
Yep.
the vanilla standard Xbox One. It's slightly faster. You know, some games you see a 9 to 11 percent in as far as frames. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But anyway, as I was saying, they're on fire right now. What could Sony do to come out to rain on Microsoft parade? What do you think they have to do?
Well, they have to. I think they would have to release the Neo, in order to shut down the Xbox parade. Right now, they have to come up with a Neo and advertise it. Because right now, the Xbox is the new hot thing right now. The Xbox One S, it's white like the old 360.
Mm-hmm.
It plays the 4K. Has 4K Blu-ray player, 4K streaming. It's more efficient. Power brick is inside, which everybody was kind of complaining about. I don't understand why, but
Mm-hmm.
it is inside. It's sleeker. It's prettier. It's new. It's the new shiny toy right now. So, yes, people will gravitate to it. In order for Sony to kind of dampen that, they would have to come out with a Neo and talk about its specs and what it can do and how it's going to transform PlayStation games into 1080, all their games into 1080 because we haven't seen that yet from Sony as far as their exclusives are concerned. But I think when that Neo comes out, they will be able to do that and advertise that. So that's what I think they'll do.
Okay. Okay. Before I let you go, my question: you said they would have to. Could they really come out and really brag about the specs? Because you know what's looming in the foreseeable future. You got that big motherfucking bazooka. So could they really come out and really? I'm saying they can do what the fuck they want. I'm just saying, but could they
Yeah.
really come out and brag about the specs?
Well,
You know what I mean?
Well, I would say
Going,
this generation, Sony has been really, really good, and I take my hat off to them. I work in marketing too, but I have to take my hat off to them as far as their marketing is concerned. They've been hitting it out of the park, and so I'm pretty sure they'll come up with something to advertise and make it look like their console is better, which they should do. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure if the Slim is coming out. for the PlayStation, or will they just go ahead and go with the Neo?
No,
I,
AMD. I'm sorry, get Tim.
I heard that the Neo has two different models, a 4.4 and a 5.5. I don't know if you guys heard about that or not.
Yeah, we heard about that. That hasn't been
Yeah.
confirmed. That was still a rumor.
That was from somebody from a fan. There's no goddamn 4.4, no 5.5. AMD, listen.
Well,
Yeah, listen, just go by the facts.
you still couldn't brag about the specs because you have the Scorpio at 6. So no matter what you do, it's still below it.
What I'm saying about it is for those people that have been to even trying to just start that rumor or whatever. AMD, we dealing with the facts here. The facts. AMD has been on the record and said they won the patent design for 3 consoles. Of course, we have the Xbox One S, which is a different configuration, slightly more powerful, smaller chip. I think it went from a 28 nanometer, whatever, to a 14. So you have the Xbox One S, which is out now. Of course, the PlayStation 4 Neo, which AMD again said they would have 2 of their patents out this year and 1 next year, and of course the Scorpio next year. Will be out next year, so that's 3 designs. They didn't say 4, 3. So that again, I want to say this though. Like a lot of people think, well, Sony can just go and change it. It's not that easy. We're just not hearing about this console within the last 5 months or so, right? 4 to 5 months. Cool, but Sony and even Microsoft, they've been working on these consoles for years. Those contracts have already been signed. So when you sign your contract and say, you know what, I want 1 million of those extra large white tee with the V-neck, right? So then when Prime come out, your biggest competitor got a 4XT V-neck. You know what I mean? So you can't say, you know what, I don't want those million V-necks. You know what I mean? It doesn't work like that. First of all, you done paid for this shit, and then what's most important is you have 2 years of R&D, which is a lot of people are still not really taking into consideration. 2 years to make sure the goddamn console doesn't have to overheat. It works. Get the right casing, enough airflow. That shit doesn't happen overnight. If it was just that simple, when Sony came out, when E3, we found out that the PlayStation 4 was going to be more powerful than the Xbox One. Microsoft could, try to change their specs in the last. Only thing they could do, which is Microsoft did, was overclock slightly the GPU and the CPU, and that's about it. You know what I mean? That's just talking about far as business. Wow. K-Meg, let me get your opinion. Of course, like I said, did you get the Xbox One S, or are you waiting for whatever, or you wait for the Scorpio next year?
Oh no, I'm getting the S on the because my birthday is on the 25th, so I'm finna go ahead and get me a 4K TV and get the S because that's the only way to play it. So to get the true power of what that little system can, and also I need to upgrade. I still got my original day one Xbox, so and I've been wanting to upgrade. So this is perfect for me. So yeah, I'm definitely getting it.
Here's the thing. If you don't know, a lot of people are out in the market to buy them, such as myself. But when you buy this new 4K television, you got first thing, you make sure that it's 10-bit coloring, can handle 10-bit coloring, and that is 4K HDR capacity, HDR10. That's very important.
Right, yeah. No, I've been looking at them. Yeah, I've been checking them out.
Coloring and HDR10. Those are the 2 things right there.
Right, yeah.
So anyway, so what do you think Sony can do to come out to counter this hype train that Microsoft's going on? I know because crapping them and Mooch and they were saying that that's it. Microsoft was going to win all the NPDs from now going forward. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, So I'm like, well, here's the thing. You got the slim. You got the Gears of War. They got that's a heavily hyped game. Forza Horizon. I love Forza Horizon. What else they got big that's coming out this year?
Dead Rising 4.
Dead Rising. They got.
I hate Dead Rising 4, but you got Dead Rising. You got ReCore. Of course, again, you got to Call of Goddamn Duty. You got Titanfall. You got Battlefield and all this shit right there. But so with that being said, like going forward, what I mean, I'm not so quick to count Sony out. You know what I mean? What do you think that Sony had to do to derail the hype train that we got going on right now?
Well, first, No Man's Sky has got to be somewhat successful. It has to be a good game. It has to be more than a good game. And I don't know if it's going to be that, but that would kind of diminish some of the hype because, the fanfare, the fan fest for the game in the first place, it's finally going to be here. So, that would ease a little bit of the tension. Plus, when PlayStation comes out with any of the, with their little conference or whatever, they might get talk about another game or something, and every time that they mention a game, PlayStation fanboys go crazy and think it's the greatest thing next to sliced bread. So that would diminish a little bit. But if they don't show something with the Neo or something about that, or show a really cool game with the VR, I don't know if they can, because Xbox has really put, it's really got a good time slot right now. You know what I'm saying? It's the dead part of the summer where nobody's really there's not any really good games coming out until really Madden starts, and then after that the games start flowing. But so it's just like the perfect time, and you haven't heard anything.
They do like the Madden model too.
Right. So that only thing I could see that they could do is just have No Man's Sky be successful and sell a lot, and they could brag about that, and that could ease a little bit of the suspense for the S. But that's it, really, in my opinion.
All right, my man Porter Rock, the pony on the channel. Talk to me, pony. What could your in-laws do, man? What could your in-laws do? Microsoft riding high. You know what I mean? What could the power of the land of the rising sun? What could they do to curb stomp some of this hype going on right now?
Right. Realistically, with the PS4, it really comes down to pricing. What I would do, I would put the PlayStation 4 in the position. For example, let's say like release a 1 terabyte. So now when a consumer goes in the store, let's say Best Buy, whatever, and they see the 500 gig Xbox One S for $299 or 1 terabyte PS4 for $299, the big difference is the 4K Blu-ray player. That's going to be the main difference. If you don't have a 4K TV and you're not planning to go, they're going to be like, well, fuck yeah, I'm going to get the 1 terabyte PS4. Everybody got it. A lot of people got it. If you have a 4K TV, I'm going to go with the Xbox One S. You know what I'm saying? To enjoy that 4K experience. So really, the best thing Sony could do is take advantage of the small 4K market, because the majority of gamers that sell by count this year are still 1080p gamers. They're not going to be buying 4K for a while. And that's who Sony should be tapping into. The guys who just jumped late into the gen are buying an Xbox One or a PS4 for the first time. They're still rocking a 360. Chances are they're not looking at 4K entertainment. They're looking at a budget, good price console. So by doing that strategy, they're going to be like, all right, this has 1 terabyte, this has 500 gig, then why is this one still $299? Oh, because it has a 4K Blu-ray player. Well, I don't have a 4K TV, so that's nothing to me. I'm going to go with the PS4. And that's probably the best strategy Sony got at this point.
So you're saying this a price cut and what?
Price cut. That's it, just a price cut. Put a
So how much is the phone now?
That shit's still $350. That motherfucker.
No, that's the thing. Now we know the Neo is coming. October 13th. Yeah. And they probably would charge about $450 for the Neo.
Yeah.
Or so. Think they're gonna drop the PlayStation 4 down to $300?
Yeah, that's what I would do. I would take the PS4 standard vanilla, put a 1 terabyte hard drive, so that way there's no more 500 gigs. Put 1 terabyte hard drive in there, sell it for $299, and then the Neo is either $399 or $449, whatever. You understand what I'm saying? So that way the budget gamers, when they look at a PS4 and Xbox One S, they're going to see a 500 gig for $299. They're going to see a 1 terabyte PS4 for $299. They're going to ask, what's the difference? Why is there a disparity? The answer is the 4K Blu-ray player that the Xbox One S has. If they have a 4K TV, obviously they're going to go for the Xbox One S. But if they don't...
I think the vanilla, not the vanilla, the standard, the 500 gig Xbox One S is $300, if I'm not mistaken, $399.
Yeah, it's $299. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So you got a 500 gig Xbox One S, 1 terabyte PS4, you know what I'm saying? So that's immediate, easy information. One is 1 terabyte, one's 500 gig. They're going to ask, why is this 500 gig $299 while the PlayStation 4 got a terabyte? The answer is the 4K Blu-ray player. If you have 4K TV, Xbox One S is the answer. But if
you know what, not for nothing though, I don't know the numbers. There are a lot, because they're so goddamn cheap now. There are a lot of people who have 4K television. If you go inside Best Buy or even Walmart, they're not really advertising the team because what happens, just like I said, technology is forever moving forward. That's how the 1080p televisions kind of phased out the 720p. Now the 4K televisions are phasing out the 1080p televisions. They're very, very affordable. You can get you a high-end Vizio the P series, a 50-inch for things like $800-900, and that's it right there, ranked high, or just as high as Samsung's top of the line, the 9500, and Sony's, like, you know what I mean, for fucking $800-900. Like, that's shit, you know. Really,
Yeah,
really,
yeah. The TV that I'm looking at is a 45-inch. It's at Best Buy. It's a 45-inch Samsung UHD for what was it, 650, 659? You know what I'm saying? So 4K.
Even with
So
Samsung, you got you have UH. They had their premiere is called SUHD, some technology they're using or whatever the case may be. But yeah, even like what's up with that, this dirt fucking is not that expensive. Just like I said, just going forward. But also to come back with Porter Rock was saying that if I don't have a 4K TV, but overall, like I said, the Xbox One S, it's much faster. I was looking, I was went to install a game. Before when you download, installing a game and all that should take forever in a day. That bitch boot them quick. I don't know what they did in there, but that motherfucker there is much faster, much faster. And I don't know what as far as the hard drive they're using or I don't know. But like I said, I noticed when I went back, it was much quicker, much quicker. But okay, well, I guess that's fair. Hey, T Reaper, you want to answer this? If you want to read it.
I say you gotta show the life inspiring Neo is what I say. You gotta basically you gotta show that No Man's Sky and how awesome the game is, even though someone can beat it in 30 hours. I think you gotta show that last Raccoon Guardian. I think you gotta put that hype train up there.
I forgot about the last Raccoon.
I think you gotta hype that Gran Turismo on your Neo. So I think if you can pull off the Neo spectacle and the Neo showcase, then I think fans will, especially the Sony fans, will be more inclined to do that, because still to this day, not a lot of people know that the S, you need, if you don't have a 4K, it's not really going to give you the full experience that the console can offer. So people think they can just pick that up and just put it on their 1080p, and they're like, oh, I have the full S experience. I hate that. That annoys the living shit out of me. I can't stand that. Like, you realize you realize that does, that can do, that can have your 4K display, can go on that. You can have, HDR on that shit. It's like, oh, what do I need for that? I'm like, you need a 4K television. You need 2016 model or higher.
Well, here's the thing again, and that's I said something to Aaron Greenberg on Twitter. I said you guys should have, because a lot of people don't know, and you can't really depend on Best Buy employees or damn sure not GameStop employees to tell the consumer what's the benefits of buying whatever said console that is. And I told him, I said, you guys should have a big 4K somewhere in the box, that you can get, because this is the first 4K capable console on the market. You know what I mean? Whether Sony choose to follow suit or whatever. Like, you should have a big 4K right there on the front of the goddamn box. Best believe Sony gonna put up there somewhere and buy some goddamn 4K. I'm quite sure that it's gonna have. I hope they're gonna have a 4K Blu-ray player. Now, as far as the HDR, before Sony, that I don't know. That's still a big, like, how you say, not gonna say the old shit moment, because with Microsoft, as far as the Windows 10 DirectX 12, they invested in that shit, for a while, to have HDR in the Windows 10 DirectX 12. That's something they've been doing for a minute. It's not something that just, that we just, not, I'm sorry, we've been just hearing about it. It's something that's been in the play in the cards for a while. So I would hope, even if the Neo doesn't support HDR, I will hope in the long run that it does, because they do have HDR televisions. And if you don't know,
I think they are.
Trust me, I wouldn't even buy another television.
Are doing that. Samsung, they're all in on that.
Yeah, this is the thing. I wouldn't be buying another television if HDR wasn't a big deal. It's like first time you saw 1080p on fucking crack, 4K on fucking on crack.
Yeah, 4K is amazing. It's amazing.
With the HDR, like, that takes it to he said, to the moon, Alice. Bing, bop, boom, to the moon. They HDR, man. Spoke to who told me. Two other cats told me that was there at E3 this year, and they had the Gears of War 4 It was either was it was sorry, it was Gears of War 4, and they had it on running it on a 4K on a PC, and they had the Xbox One S there rolling with the HDR, and they said they were going neck to neck. You know what I mean? Like neck to fucking neck. That's how beautiful HDR is. You know what I mean? And like I said, it wasn't that big of a deal. Trust me, I just bought this television last fucking year. I wouldn't be buying another goddamn television. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, but it is a huge. It was a huge plus. You know what I mean? Well, like I said, relations. I want there to be some out there. They're going to be very cheap, $500-$600. Those in the late 2014 models, which is
You bought next gen.
Yo, next gen
Yeah.
buying.
Yeah, they trying to shut you down. They trying to shut your ass down, man.
Man, they're like, shut the fuck up with the
Mhm.
Xbox shit.
Mm-hmm.
Is he there?
I don't know. I can't hear him no more. But one thing I will say is that if PlayStation does drop the price, it kind of would defeat the purpose of people wanting to get interested in the Neo. Only the diehards would go after the Neo. He's started. He's back in.
He's coming back, y'all. He's reviving.
He's surviving. I'm still alive.
Come on,
I'm
get
gonna
out
be
that
honest.
barn.
So,
Get out
the
that barn.
point, I know the point, but really, when in reality, for like the Neo and the Scorpio, it's pretty much gonna be the diehards that's gonna buy this. Look at.
I don't think you can honestly. As PlayStation has proven, you can't sell a product on just the diehard fans alone. It's
I know.
it's the casuals that will that go for it. The casuals don't understand
completely
4K.
agree. I completely agree. Because look at last gen. 360 and PS3, they each sold 80 million, a little over 80 million, let's say, right? So that's 160 units between the two. At this point right now, PS4 and Xbox One are at about 60. So you got still got close to 100 million consoles that still need to be sold. And these
It's only 3 years in, though. I mean, you got to count
but what
that.
I'm saying is, I agree. I'm not saying that we're behind the times. What I'm saying is the remainder of the people have not jumped on, the current gen. And these guys are not going to.
I'll be hammering at home.
This is like the budget. You know what I'm saying? Guys that want to buy.
You trying to come back?
You're breaking up, bro. You're breaking up.
They got you drowning, man. They drowning.
You buying?
Yeah.
Bro. How you buying on your own podcast?
I'm buying.
Yeah.
It's you.
Oh shit! I don't know. Shit. What about now? I'm straight.
Yeah, now you sound good, better.
Continue. Oh, now you're botting.
No, you're buying again.
I don't know my shit.
What'd you say, Porter Rock?
Okay, so what I was saying is we're at the point now where majority of the remainder of the new gamers coming, they're the 299, 250 gamers. You know what I'm saying? That's what they have left.
I gotta disagree a little bit. I think the majority of the people. I mean, now I do agree that they're late adopters. It's in every generation, but I think more for the Xbox side, it's that those people are staying with the 360. Those are the ones that's going to start converting over. The PlayStation 3 guys, they jump ship like quick as hell and jump straight to the PlayStation 4. So if it's going to come to affordability, you know what I'm saying, when people